For many, today sees the end of Christmas with the 12th night. And just as every Christmas, there's always a lovely Toblerone. And just like a Toblerone as well, on every piece so far we've had of Season 4 of EERC Formula E, we have had different championship leaders. And today, another piece of dramatic action already. Norbert's wheel has decided it does not want to function in this new year, meaning that he will not be racing tonight. Advantage to Michael Koch and Pascal Eggert, who could possibly get right up there before the final race in Marrakesh next weekend. I'm Joshua Birch and delighted to be joined in the commentary box by EERC lead commentator, Formula Sim highlight commentator, and a good friend of mine, Edward Hunter. Happy New Year, Ed. How are you?
You know, all those accolades. It's good friend of Joshua Birch. That means the most. Thanks, Josh. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New
and
Year.
Also, let's not forget Lego Formula E commentator as well. The recent race in the Wild West. Bit of a contrast to Switzerland. Sorry, I was a bit slow getting the commentary to come in there. So we missed the very beginning when you said we're racing in Switzerland. We just started going on about Toblerones for no reason. So sorry to confuse the audience there.
That's perfect, isn't it? Well, everybody watching as well knows our style of just absolute madness. But yeah, we are in Switzerland at the Zurich E-Prix as well, and Switzerland Toblerone Christmas pieces. I think you'll catch up from there. 2 races to go, Ed, and it's looking dramatic. You were in Berlin the second half as well. You've been keeping an eye on it. It's been another dramatic season.
It feels like whenever someone takes the lead of the championship, they have to drop out and miss a round, and someone else takes the lead. And that's happened twice now. It happened to, wasn't it Zurich, who won the first round in Berlin, crashed out Santiago, then didn't show up in Mexico. Then we had Pascal Eggert, took the championship lead after Santiago, ran out of energy at the end of Mexico. Norbert Precker took the lead. And now, as you say, Norbert Precker loses the wheel and cannot participate. If we look at this, looks like number 46, sorry. But Abdel Haraman Valley, or is it Valley or Valley?
Valley. We've been going Valley. Don't worry. The Valley Esports team just out there as well at the back, and it's
Ramen.
Yeah,
it's going up to traffic now.
New driver into the field for this weekend. You might notice as well a new heads-up display, some new font work as well. The admin team have been trying to get this right for the past couple of hours as well. That's absolutely fantastic as well for the last 2 races. We've got Sovereign who's on top at the moment on 108.577. There was a lot of bantering going around in the Discord server yesterday when everyone was doing their practice times, saying, oh, I've been doing 108s. Is that pretty much similar to everybody else? I remember Nick Homewood, who's currently in P3, said, you guys are still not under a minute? So the mental mind games have been coming in as well. And even drivers giving up their birthdays to go and do some running out there as well. It's been all systems go. I'm just trying to find the driver in question as well, because I don't want to make a mistake in this early stage. But Ed, would you give it your birthday to do racing and commentary? I think I would.
I believe I have done in the past. Sorry, I was a bit muffled there. Is this any better? Or worse?
A bit worse.
It might be because it's using the wrong mic. That would be...
I think that's it, you know.
And the mic, the wrong one. It's the one on my laptop, probably.
Yes, it does sound a bit muffled, but yeah. And as well, Ed gets that sorted as well. It's all systems go. Tom is not with us in the commentary box, as you can tell, here today as well. He'll be back with us hopefully next weekend, or maybe even tomorrow when we go for our EERC Touring Car Championship. And where you'll probably be hearing a lot more of Ed and me and hopefully Tom as well and all the rest of the team. Got coming up as well in about 10 days' time, I think January the 15th, we've got our first endurance race of the year. It's going to be ever so exciting as well. And everybody, let me tell you about it as well, is just absolutely itching to get going. I don't know a single person who I've spoken to in the ERC who said, no, I'm fine, I don't want to get racing. Christmas is done over now as well. Everyone wants to go racing. And too much so as well, as we see Walden go for a spin, the 46 down there at the back half of the track. He's 11th at the moment.
Really struggling with his chicane there, wasn't he, Jack?
Yeah, down at the Sector 2, Sector 3 area of the circuit.
It looked like he just didn't have enough lock to make the corner there, so he sort of had to stop, and reverse a bit.
It's a long drag, isn't it? Right down the back, and to try and get everything okie dokie.
Interestingly, I've been watching the Ring of Honor cars, and a lot of them have been spinning one another, giving each other a show in practice. I wonder if we might see a little bit of that in the group stages and qualifying, depending on how it shakes out, of course.
Bit more muffled there, mate. Can't hear you just about, but that might be either my side or their side. But yeah, I don't know you.
On the I'm just hearing myself echoing a lot, Josh, and I can hear myself fine. So I'm apologise if that's not your case.
It's the first race of the year. I think we're all okay. Oh, and Callum Jones into the wall.
First race of the year kind of accident there.
Yeah, just everyone a bit rusty, isn't it? Just slipping into the back. That, again, coming out of the back half. Turns 1, 2, 3, and at the exit of turn 3 was where we saw that error. Pascal Eggert going to qualifying. Group 1 can go out with the light as we are about to get going for the first segment of qualifying. That's an information that's just come up on the monitor from the race director teams as well. On the driver tracker, you can listen in for the live timing as well on the EERC fe.liveraces.com, and you can have all the live timing that we have up here in the comms box. We're about 20 seconds until the qualifying hour begins as well. It's going to be a very exciting one. 4 groups ahead of us, 6 minutes as always as well. And we've got Sovereign, Jones, World and Reaches going out in group number 1. AK is out there too as well. Now he's in group 2. Don't know why he's circulating. As the green light goes on and qualifying is underway for the 4th round of the ERC Season 4 Championship. Cars will be heading out shortly, as you can see. And AK just back into the pits. Norman Precker, as I've already said, not racing this weekend. He has 54 points in the standings after a 4th place in Berlin, a 2nd in Santiago, and a win in Mexico. Michael Koch is in P2, 3rd place in Berlin, 4th place in Santiago, and a 2nd place in Mexico. That puts him on 45 points. He's got the best shot at taking the championship lead here today, but I'm not seeing at the moment on the timing trees. There he is, P9. He was his time in practice. Further down as well, Pascal Eggert, who was possibly the best advantage after no points in Berlin, but a victory in Santiago and scored 10 points in Mexico. He has been a consistent runner as well, up at the front of the field. Don't forget also, watch out for Joshua Hamilton. That's going to be a very interesting situation. But I don't think he's racing here today because I can't see him on the timing screens there, Ed, which is a shame. Yeah, that's a shame, actually.
Lovely driver, Joshua Hamilton. Always beautiful to watch him on a qualifying lap, especially. So we'll have to see what the rest of them can do. We are here, and hopefully they can put on a great show for us.
Hopefully.
Just negotiating the last corner now. Still right on board here.
And out of the last corner, the hairpin. And then actually looking at the track map, it does look like a piece of a Toblerone. So maybe what I said earlier on actually stands more weight. Oh, and he's coming into the pit lane as well. That's a disappointment. And it was only 6 minutes to set his lap time as well. That's quite worrying. He's decided to come in already. So not happy with the setup, despite they've had quite a lot of hours as Gashi locked up.
Missed the first corner there, though.
Just outbraked himself? Didn't we see
Lopez move? Yeah.
That's it, Lopez, yeah. I thought it was Lopez who went into the wall. I mean, I seem to remember during that race.
Did that as well.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because remember Jack Nicholls going absolutely crazy at that point as well. What did Dario come out with? Rush hour in Zurich? I thought that was the line of the season. We've got...
and Nick right next to the tram line, but just in front of turn 1. Thankfully, don't display any function in... this simulation of the track, so literally just turned it on. But nice to have them anyway.
Tram lines as well, very much out there as well.
Samuel's gone back out. Join is on a purple second sector. Let's see what he can do here. It's valid and Victor's finished their lap. 1 minute 12, Victor exposure.
Bit slow at the back as they come back through. Kevin Vichas goes into P2. He's done a 1:19.898. Seems like they're doing, as you say, slow laps, Ed, and it looks like it could be anchor laps As well, Callum Jones does a 1:12, 1:74. Goes up there. Fastest sectors 2 and 3. Sector 1 belongs to Kevin Welchler as well. He's done the quickest time. This is Callum Jones on his second of the laps now. Quite a lot of the drivers, you can see, actually triggering on the lap attacks as well with the faster modes. Alban Gashi coming back out onto the track after locking up down at turn number 1. As well, the start and finish line in the same place as we have, not like what we had in Santiago, and I think even Berlin, just Santiago, wasn't it? Where with the start line and finish line were in 2 separate places to keep an eye out on. We've tried to not do that route. That's why Sanya hasn't been in, and Sanya was a weird one, starting on the middle of a bridge. Above a body of water, and then the finish line is actually about 4 corners away. But I must admit, this is a track I do enjoy. I enjoyed Bern as well, actually, a lot when we moved there in season 5. But we haven't had a Swiss E-Prix, as they now call it, in a long time, which is a shame. COVID not dependent on that. It was only a 2-season deal for Formula E, as they make a habit of switching around the circuit, around the world in different locations. Don't know about you, Ed, but have you been hearing a lot about Adelaide as a possible race?
I've been hearing about
V8 circuit.
So nothing concrete.
I don't think Ed's he's talking, but I can't hear him.
Okay. I can hear me, so...
Is that my problem? I'm sorry if I'm talking over you there, Ed. Might be my fault. I'll try and correct.
Okay, is it easy if I unmute you on my end?
Can you hear me, Ed?
Better. I can hear you fine.
I can barely hear you now. Try again, Ed.
Am I not loud enough?
I'm fine now. I can hear you now, Ed. Don't know what's happening with that equipment. I'll tell you what, it very much is first day back at school, isn't it?
Just having to shout at you. And the audience can hear me fine, I think. I haven't
There's
heard
no
anyone
change
complain.
there.
Is anyone in the chat saying Ed's a bit quiet or something like that? As we see Sonnevel takes the fastest lap, 1:08.3.
No one said anything.
First sector here as well.
Nobody said anything. I can hear you crystal clear now, mate. I presume it could be my side. We'll check that later.
My computer's not coping with TeamViewer very well.
It probably is that then. Where Brandon says as well, hi, excited for this race. How are you guys? I'm doing very well. And he also says, we can hear you both very well. How are you doing, Ed? Brandon wants to know.
Okay, just assume I'm making a response here, Josh. And if you can't hear me, this won't matter.
I can hear you.
Okay, but I'm doing well.
Fantastic. Cool. The race will be a lot easier. We've got Sonnevel, though, on the top at the border.
Just a bit slower at the final sector, but still enough to improve. 1:08.216.
And a quick
Gashi gets a lap in.
I was just about to say, because his status has come up with a red triangle and an exclamation mark, so I wasn't wondering if he'd hit the wall, but he has gone to P2. He's 1.221 seconds off the pace, but both... I think as well, they're both on board at the moment.
They're all in the pits in this group.
Yeah, so we're going to get ready for Group 2. Yeah, that was the end of that one. So Group 2 going out there now. If I still switch back to tell you who's in the second group as they head out there, we're going to see Gashi should have actually gone out in Group 2, so I don't know why he's gone out in Group 1.
Well, I think there was a last-minute change, Josh, because a few people dropped out, so I think Gashi might have ended up in Group 1 there.
Okay, so the qualifying groups then aren't really going to work out the best, but I can tell you, on the track right now is Owen AK, Nick Homewood's out there, Pascal Eggert's out there, Michael Koch, second in the championship, is out there, and I think I saw, yes, I did, Lahoven is out there. Joe Lahoven is in P15 on the board, and he's exiting the pit lane, or trying to, because he keeps flashing on the sector times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars out there at the moment. As I think, Alex and Gash is all saying, they're all saying the same thing as well. I think they both will realise that they might have gone out in the wrong group there, because the signals I'm getting through on the text messages, I crashed first because the wheel disconnected. So that's why Gashi went off at turn 1, Ed. His wheel disconnected. And he's then put in as well, the message I'm getting on the track map here, it says Thrustmasters as well. That's not the best endorsement there. Personally,
I do hope Norbert Brecker isn't using a Thrustmaster as well.
Yes. Well, at least it's not.
It by the sounds of things.
It sounds like it has. An AK coming through.
I look like one of the Fringer Bond orange cars. Just coming out the pits again there as we look at AK starting his flying lap.
And running down, first sector, 3/10 off the pace of what we've seen. I'm hearing pinging in my ears, but I can't find out where that message is coming from, because it usually tells me that someone is trying to get in contact. And another one as they come back through. But AK's second sector is down by half a second, so they're all desperately trying to keep up there with sector 1 time. Remember, the top 5 go through to Super Pole for the shootouts, and that's when things really start to get complicated. But Sovereign's time of 108.216 was 1.221 quicker than anybody else. On board with AK as they head down towards the line. Is it a quicker time, Ed?
It's second fastest. 8 temps off what Sonneveld's best effort. But Owen Andre kills Hausvik. Is going to get another few goes here. As we see him bided in. Let's see what the first sector is then here. These 90-degree corners in this first sector. There's like 6 in a row, Josh. So it can feel a bit labyrinthian. As the rear touches the wall.
What was that Jack said? I don't know. As they come through. Bonjour, je m'appelle AK. It doesn't really work, does it, in Switzerland? As they come back through, everyone getting very tensy out there. We haven't raced in nearly a month on here either, so they've really got to get used to the cars once again. There's the attack mode just come out of the chicane as well as.
Oh, Michael Kosh has had a good lap here. 6 temps off Sonneveld, 2 temps
Fabulous.
AK. But AK is on a better lap here, Josh. Let's see as he comes through the last few corners.
Has to into the hairpin now. Keep on the accelerator. Wish we had the speedo graphic. Look at the twitch.
See that? He sort of botched the exit of the corner there.
Homewood's gone up to 3rd place as well. This looks to be one of his best weekends in qualifying. AK to the line, goes to P2, and he moves within 4/10 of a second to Sovereign. It's a 1:08.687. He goes into P2, and already we're getting those times beginning to creep down, and those that went out in Group 1 starting to be kicked out. Look at Callum Jones, P6 as well. And Ward is in there, P8. Kevin Welch is down in P7 as well. They're already being eliminated. The faster drivers coming to the top. Pascal Eggert second in the title. He can only go P9. And that must have been a first run as he's trying to catch up.
Yeah, I think he's just come out of the pits. Yeah, 3.5 seconds off nearly. So Pascal will need to get the right foot down a little bit and focus as we're low on time, I think, for Group 2.
Very low.
Only being able to get a lap or more in. So
1:18.
Lighting up the timing. Oh, there we go. That might be where the time's going away, Josh. The rear end just stepping out there at turn 4 and 5.
How much time has that cost him? His second sector is coming up now. Across the line. Is it quicker? Come on, give us the time. Come on. Pushing out of it now. There it is.
The chicane, Josh. There we go.
8/10 down.
Gone there.
6. Yeah, so that's going to put him inside the top 3. Michael Koch has now improved on his time. 5/10 with inside Sovereign. It's a 1:08.761. Eggert's coming to the line. Last 30 seconds for Group 2. Eggert's got to get out of this into the top 5. Has to. If he wants the title, Hunt, can he do it? Top 5. Yes. But in P5. 1:09.111. Well, that's just showing off.
By Pascal there. And but how
he
long is that going to hold? We've still got 2 groups to go.
Would have been faster as well if he hadn't had that oversteer moment, as you said. In the chat as well, we've got Lozos, who was one of our admins, saying, I thought the engine sound were a police siren outside at first. It's been a long time without racing as well. It has. It's taken time to get used to listening to yourself back in headsets. Cars leaving the pit lane then as Group 3 gets underway. Who's going out in this one then? We've got Alex Chong going out. We've got Severin Spam. Errol Prefect going out as well. Peter Skolman and Nick Conan going out there in P17. So this, I think, will be
this
another...
might be the last group, actually.
I'm calculating...
I don't think we have any more drivers. Is Steffi in this group? Because he was leading in practice for a long time.
I think he could be heading out there. I'm keeping an eye. I'm looking for P11. And no talking in the live session. Thank you. So Pascal Eggers has just put on and say no talking on the in-car communications that pop up on the driver trackers we have up here in the comms box. As
I was going to say, if they want us to stop talking, that would be quite difficult.
I know.
You couldn't hear me earlier, but
yeah, it's just getting worse, isn't it? I mean, I was reading Murray Walker's book that came out, you know, the one Morris Hamilton has beautifully written called Incredible. Yes. And he was going on about the producer that he had at the BBC who just used to scream at Murray every time they came up to a part of the race they were going to cut out for the highlights. He just screamed over him, "Pause, Murray, pause." I thought we were just being told to pause for some reason, but we're not. No, I can't see Staffy out there. Can't see Steffi. Can't see Staffy.
It might be a small last group then. It's
the
wheels just spun. He went really wide there.
He looked like he was trying to straighten.
The dirty stuff.
Oh, he's locked up.
Going in the pit lane. I think he wants fresh tyres, Josh, because he's messed up that run. Possibly damaged the front wing a bit as well.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a penalty. It seems enough for it to trigger the ambulance. Look, you can see it flashing there with its lights going on and off. No need to send that out on the track.
Looks like Chong has begun his lap.
Yep, here he is.
See what Alex can do here.
Is he 9/10 down? Oh, he's touched the wall, the chicane. That's going to hamper him at the exit. And yeah, so he's 9/10. Now he's 5/10 off. So he's gaining the time back. 20. I can't see the sector times. It's not coming up on the monitor. There we go. 26.3 first sector. 16.6 sector 2. He's in that third sector
he was
now.
Half a second down on the best time in sector 2 and 9/10 down in the first sector. So certainly time to gain there. Let's see as he goes towards the line.
Is this time going to be the quick one? Can he get him inside the top 5? Only P9 does a 1:10.863.
Yeah, Spam is on a lap 2, but it seems a bit slower. Let's see what Severin Spam can muster up here then, around Zurich, as he goes towards the timing line.
Cross it now, 1:14.225. So that's
for 12, Josh.
And a big lockup as well, under braking into turn number 1.
He made the corner though, just about.
Well, that was a Rosenquist-esque move when he almost put it in the wall as well. Just
very good memory of the one race that happened here, Josh, in real life.
I remember it, and I don't know why I remember it so well. I think the only reason I'm remembering it so well is because they did a commentator camera, and I watched that. I think it's just sort of stuck in my brain. But it was a great race, actually. I remember enjoying it quite a lot. The season 4, although season 5 was just crazy when everybody knew there'd be a crash at that first chicane after the start line, and we got, what was it, the quickest red flag in history? 5 seconds into the race, and it got red flagged. Prefect to the line, not to the wall, to the line.
He's about to start his lap, Prefect.
Yeah. Alex Chong has improved to P7 according to our monitors on a 1:09.910, so he's going quicker.
Yeah, maybe Chong should be the one we're watching right now.
Nick Conan's going to P12, 1:11.867, so he's second to last. I think we've got another group coming out. Did Chong touch the wall? Did he touch the wall? I'm looking at another monitor to see if he touched the wall.
Oh, he's swiggling all over the place, Josh. So certainly,
did he
he's just only 7/10 down. So
it's a fast lap.
2 tenths faster in this first sector.
It's a fast lap. It's that tricky chicane that always reminds me of London's chicane at Battersea, where the pit entrance was as well, and how much problems that caused as well. Down now the back, long straight away before the tight triangle hairpin. Not even a normal hairpin, it's literally like the top of a Toblerone in a triangle format. Look how hard it is. It's probably even tighter than that at the Mirabeau. Now, down the long straight towards the finish line once again. Is this going to be inside top 5 time? 7th at the moment. And it's still P7. He was actually slower that lap time around. He's improved on time, not position. 1:09.772 with less than a minute to go on the board for this part of qualifying.
He's going to get another lap in then. But I did think Chong was leaving a little bit of time at that. It might have been the first sector that cost him a little bit more. Touching the wall, almost did it again there.
Did do it, yeah. Spam's coming into the last sector now as well. His first 2 sectors are looking okay. I wouldn't put too much hope on Spam qualifying for the next one as well. And Nick and Errol, you're too late, unfortunately, being told over the radio. So I wonder what's going on there. Yellow first sector. I think that's because 14. I think it's in the wall. That's Prefect. And he's gone back to the pit lane. Prefect's done it into the wall at the exit of turn 5. That's what brought out that yellow. So he's not going to improve. Alex Chong's coming into the last corner now towards the line. He's big kick of oversteer. My God.
Yeah. I did think that happened the previous lap as well. He just got on the throttle a bit too early and lucky not to have been in the wall there.
Con goes to the line. 109.590, and that is it. Good night, Vienna.
Well, we're not in Vienna, we're in Zurich. But,
That's the one.
If this was the Austrian E-Prix, you would be correct there, Joshua.
Oh, to be in Austria.
Yes.
We need another qualifying session because we've still got 3 cars yet to go out.
That would be Group 4 then.
Yeah, so we
Michael
have
Steffi, Lovas Skazbolix, and Joe Blahoven.
Lahoven. We've gone with Joe. He's down. He's got no points. He's 21st for the LKG racing team at the moment, but he's been remarkable in some of the races we've had. He's just had some very unlucky situations out there. As here is Steffi as well. As you said, Ed, passes the practice sessions earlier on.
And I believe the livery, the Diabetes EK livery that Steffi was running is because... What team is this? Into the Points Racing, is it?
I'm taking a look at the 27.
Because I think it's him and Gashi. Was it Gashi on the same team?
Yep.
Because Gashi's 28.
Callum Jones.
Oh, no, it's AK, of course.
Yeah, yes. Into the Points Racing blue is the 27.
Oh,
and
it's just the colour. We just got to remember the colour of the car, Josh.
Yeah, into the Points Racing is red, is in red. And into the Points Racing blue is in blue.
Really held up here.
And he's locked up. Now, that's not going to help him. Who was that who held him up? It was 17, Lahoven. Lahoven held him up.
You were just singing his praises.
Just
Lahoven
like...
was focusing on his own lap, so...
Yeah, he probably didn't even know he was there. I'm just doing what Murray Walker did for Ricardo Rosset. You can take the Martin Brundle line if you want and just say it's a fairly short debate as it comes through.
Steffel is going to catch him before the end of the lap, I think. There's a danger of that. Only 3 cars on track. 2 of them are right together.
3 of them, Ed. 3 of them. They're all together according to one track, and they're all coming through the same part of the track. 1.6 seconds off the... Up the pace. Yeah, he's up. Oh no, 1.8 down. Oh, look at Michael Steffi. He's only 10th down on that as Sahoven's time as well. So this Sullivan's time, this could be very quick if he can get it up.
Oh, he's hit the outside and the wheel falls off.
Well, that
he's going to keep going with 3 wheels.
He's not Michael Schumacher. He may have the initials of MS, but he can't get there. He's had to reset and a perfect lap time. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah. And that's it, done.
More of a Mick Schumacher move than a Michael at the moment, although Mick may well improve.
He's done a Michael, you could say, as he exits.
Well, I think Michael would crash on purpose. Mick tends to crash by accident.
So does, yeah. To be fair, Suzuki Tsunoda as well in qualifying this year. So
both and look, he's too hot on the brakes. He's getting really frustrated here. Time's ticking away for Michael Steffel. We were thinking of him as getting into the top 5. This could well save Pascal Eggert, Josh.
This could be the best thing to happen in the championship for Pascal Eggert as well, especially with Norbert Precker not racing here today. He's going to get a big fat 0 on the points board going into Marrakesh. It's going to be, by my calculations, a 4-way title fight. Correction, Joshua Hamilton's not racing this weekend. A 3-way title fight. Because 25 points on offer, as much as it can be caught, nope, it's going to be definitely a gap of at least 26 on offer.
And Lahoven has got himself up to 11th. Did just have some kind of incident because he's gone back to the pits. But Steffel about to start attempt number 2, I think. Let's hope it goes a little cleaner.
He hasn't got long left either on the board, so he's got to keep this one clean. Braking zone, though, for turn 1, incredibly difficult as well, especially if you're using maximum power, 270 kilowatts, down towards turn 1. 17th on the board, no time set for Into the Points Racing blue, and he's made the first corner this time over the tram lines.
On the tram lines there.
He's on his way to burn as they come back through. Back now through the Winger advertising section into the braking zone for turns 4 and 5. This is where we usually see some of the cars oversteering and touching the wall. Oh, I like that.
He's really calmed down a lot, hasn't he, Josh?
He has.
Look at that. It's telling in the time there.
Only 0.2 of a second. 0.292 separate them. This could be very good as well. Oh, just He nearly touched it again. He nearly touched it. He was riding the curves, but that's it. Chicane's done.
Sector
Just a quick
2.
one. Oh, he's up by, yes, you're right. 0.260. This could be very exciting as they hit the brakes now. Down all the way to about, I want to reckon it's a 20-mile-an-hour corner.
That was a tight apex, Josh. He wasn't
Very
hanging
tight.
around there.
Down to the line. Is this a time to get him into the top 5? Is Pascal Egger going to be very worried indeed?
Oh, he might do better than that.
He's P2.
Oh, so close to Sonneveld as well.
That is what? 6'6". 66 thousandths of a second as well. He's done the Emperor proud there with that one. And he's kicked Pascal Egger out of Superpole. Brilliant.
Okay, but what's this got to do with Emperor Palpatine, Josh?
Execute Order 66.
Here we go.
66,000.
That's Daniel App's number, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
Steffels gets another lap here. He did get... He was celebrating a bit there. Into turn 2, the rear is kind of locked. So I don't think this is going to be quite as good as his previous effort, but he will be able to finish the lap or go to the pits as he wishes.
Everyone's set a lap time now. Who's coming to the line? Lahoven. And is he going to take it?
Oh, he is. Gets up to top 9.
That's a brilliant starting place as well here in Zurich. Was it 109.780? Top 5 shootout now. That's it. Cars have been told to auto return to the pit lane. Top 5 will be with Sonneveld as well, with Steffi, AK, Kuj, and Homewood. And Nick Homewood through to Superpole for the first time in a long time. That's brilliant.
Missed out because of Homewood in a way there, but also because of Steffel, more importantly, getting in at the end there.
Our two admins are going to start round with each other.
6th will still be good for Pascal Egger, though. Not the end of the world for him.
It's not that big of a deficit,
especially
is it?
With championship leader guy out. Norbert Precker, of course, not taking part.
Yeah, he's got to be worried about Michael Koch, hasn't he? Who's currently P4 to try and improve. Nick Homewood now circulating out there from the fine Avant Motorsport team. A beautiful livery as they come back through. As I said, actually, go on.
Once Super Bowl, once Nick Homewood finishes his qualifying lap, the next driver will come out, which will be Koch, then AK, then Steffel, then Sonneveld. So whoever's fastest at the end of this starts on pole position, don't they, Josh?
Absolutely, and it's also a trouble because we've got to keep an eye out and manually calculate what the order is on the field. So it's about right back now. I get a scrap of paper to write the times down to make sure we all know what the times are. Here we go. Starting the lap then. Here in Zurich, the Superpole begins. Nick Homewood down towards turn 1, heavy on the brakes. Does he hit the tram lines? We locks up a little bit. Touch the wall.
Oh, hits the wall, Josh.
Game over. That's going to give him suspension damage, isn't it? What's the steering wheel looking like? Oh, it looks pretty steady, doesn't it, Ed?
No, it didn't look too bad. I think he may as well finish the lap because he only gets one go.
As they come, may as well, as they come through. So they've got to see. First sector time is only 2/10 down on the 108. So this could actually still be the pole time, depending on what everybody does. So keep your eyes.
Oh, another brush on the wall there.
Touch the wall.
And that's going to compromise his entry to the chicane, but he does get it. Oh, just about in there.
Nick Homewood trying now desperately to get in. He is. Oh, he's only a fraction off. Look at that. He's only a fraction off the time of Sonneveld. How's he done that with all this on the lap? Is he actually going to go faster? Surely not. Has he saved the best time for last? Going down to the line. 0.078 between them. Crossing the line. Homewood stays P5 with a 109.109.07. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we better make a note of this then.
109.017.
Koch is getting ready for his run. Yeah, here we go.
As they come through.
The line now, Josh. And gets the lap underway. Let's see if he can get it into turn 1. Oh, he has to have a few bites. Oh, and he avoids the wall, crucially. So
that turn 1.
Koch is going to be a little bit up. Let's see what the rest of this sector's like.
That turn 1. Oh, we've got another car on track as well. Oh, and AK set out behind, yeah.
Yeah, Andre Kilsalsvik just getting ready to depart.
According to my monitor, he's already left. That's a bit of a worry.
He's on the outlap. If they're doing it at the same time, this is going to be difficult to know who to keep track of. As Koch, he's up on his own time, I think. But
He's up in his own time, yeah.
109.17.
I've got it literally on my board as well, as on a little bit of a notebook. Book.
Or down in the second sector for Kosh, so it's all down to this last corner.
2/10 of a
He's gonna get the
sector.
run he needs.
This heavy braking zone as well. The tight, twisty one. Don't lock up. Keep it in. Don't remember this hairpin actually on the E-Prix circuit. Beating him over, Steven.
The rear slid. And could that be it for Michael Kosh? His chance of pole gone there.
If this is the moment he takes the lead in the championship, he is just mucked up in quali. 109,
Oh, but it was
108.
faster.
No, it wasn't. 109.017. 109.
Narrowly, just about a tenth slower then.
Yeah, I've lost the lap time on the board. I just lost it on the board. I've got one here. It's 109, 108 for Koch out there as well. So he was only a fraction off there, Ed. That's insane. As Owen AK starts his lap and touches the wall.
Really going against the wall there. But he hit it side on, so he should be okay.
And that one too.
Really?
That's it. Bang, bang.
It.
360. Keeps going. Out of the lap time. And that's it. AK starts 6th on the grid for sure.
Well, 5th, won't it be?
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's P5. That's for sure. Great news for Pascal
Someone
Leggett,
else
though.
messes up even worse, but...
Well, he's the first one to do it, isn't he?
Here we are.
And this is the problem.
Still on the outlap.
Yeah.
He didn't finish a lap, so yeah, so Steffi's still got to do the outlap.
So, at the moment, we've got Homewood on pole position, with Koch starting in 2nd, and Owen AK starts 5th on the grid. Formula E moment as well. Staffy says, fonks the wall. That's it. It's all going there, isn't it?
Steffel, I thought Michael Steffel had he really calmed it down to get that second place lap in group quali, and then almost immediately when the pressure was on again, he was taking way too many risks, more than he needed to. But obviously, there was still, it was AK. Sorry, yeah, it was Steffel. I'm getting the two mixed up because they use the same livery.
Same livery, yeah. Don't worry about it.
AK just was a bit uncharacteristic there.
Bit uncharacteristic as well. Bit on actually too much, actually, as we see Michael Steffi locking up.
Line, they're trying to get the maximum run, sacrifice the outlap for the flying lap.
Bit of a weird strategy, yeah. Right, here we go. Penultimate lap in Super Pole. Under the 5 red lights, down towards turn 1. Get it stopped. Turn in. Don't touch the wall. Oh, I think he clanted the rear. He did clamp the rear. He saw this sudden...
certainly got some wheel spin there.
The sort of retardation of the energy through the car, just sort of shack it left and right as well. See what the sector time's like. Right, down to turn 4. Is it going to happen again? Looks okay to me. I've got a driver's eye level as well. And the first sector time, it's only down by a 10th. There's another touch.
Just on the outside there. That's an odd place to make contact with the wall.
25.532 into the chicane. This is the big one. Don't make an error. Look how slow he goes through there this time. As he gets on the accelerator. Oh, he's down by 0.004 of a second. My goodness me.
Lap. Let's see if he can finish it.
How do you go from making 2 errors in the first sector to being 4,000 off in sector 2? Into the hairpin now. Back on the accelerator. Look at the brake disc glowing out there as well. Is this quicker than a 108.216 by Silverred? Is this going to be the pole time that everyone has to beat across the line? 107, 108, 484. It's not, but it is the current pole time. 108.484.
That was 6 tenths faster than Homewood's time.
So that is the current pole time. That's the one to beat.
Homewood, Kosh, and Andrei Kilsalsvik. But Sonneveld still to go. Here we go.
Down towards turn 1. Start the clock. Can he get the braking zone right? Yes, look at the brake disc glowing as well. Beautifully done. Through that first corner. Negotiating turn 2 well as it comes through. Into the ABB branding section. Now into the braking zone. Turn 4 and 5. Look at the rear sliding into the wall.
He's never going to make that corner.
Is he still going?
How's the car survived that one, Josh?
I think it must have been a desync. That was a straight into the wall. He's sliding the rear.
He'd lost the rear there, so certainly under a lot of pressure here, and he's 3 temps down on his best, so I don't think he's going to beat Steffel here. I think he's going to come out around about Kosh, isn't he, Josh?
round about that as well. So that's going to be, what, P3 on the grid? Maybe P4 if they can separate it. Well, I'll tell you what, Sovereign as well doing the Houdini tricks as well. I want to know some tips off this guy for my next cousin's birthday party as he come into the last corner. Accelerate hard out of the course. Now he's 3/10 down at the moment. I don't think this is going to be the pole time. We've all agreed it's not. Cross it. What's the time going to be? It's a 1:08.8, which puts him second on the grid.
Oh, amazing recovery then. But yeah, a couple of attempts off the Steffel's best effort then.
So it's Steffel, Sonovan, followed then by Homewood, then Michael Koch, Owen AK P5, Pascal Eggert P6. Wow. So that was quite a tidy session we've got there. And nobody improved on their best time. They've all, as you can see, stayed in the order they were. But that was quite a super pole. And it's given us an interesting grid. The fastest man in practice. The fastest man going into the E-Prix in a few moments' time. Now, we've got a quick warm-up session. Usually we skip these. The drivers usually do a lap, make sure everything's okay. And then we go straight to getting ready for the race start. So we'll see what's going to happen. Because if we do skip the warm-up, the green light is on now. So warm-up is underway. Are we all going to see if they head straight to the grid or not? We will make a choice. But Ed, first of all, interesting grid. Interesting for the title. We've got already Norbert Precker out of the race. So the driver starting second and third in the championship. Michael Koch starts fourth. And we've then got Pascal Eggert finishing P5.
Yeah, indeed. So, well, Eggert's 6, isn't he? Because he's got AK ahead of him.
Yes, yeah, he's got AK.
Certainly the big loser in that Super Pole had a brilliant chance to get on the front row or onto pole, but instead basically pushing to the absolute maximum in the first two corners and ends up coming to groove. Whereas Michael Koch, not a brilliant lap, but he just about managed to save it at the last corner. And we'll start in the top 4, I guess, just ahead of AK as
Here we
the grid
go.
forms up.
So the grid's starting to take shape, as you can see. You've got the battery percentage alongside you. Michael Steffi on pole position. Gilles Sullivan is P2. Nick Homewood starts third. Fourth on the grid for Michael Koch. Owen AK starts P5. Pascal Eggert starts in P6 as well. Gashi starts in 7th, Verhoeven 8th, Jones 9th, Skolman starts in P10, Veach is P11, Conan P12, Alex Chong 13th, we've got Wade in 14th, Spam 15th, Prefect 16th, and Shaz Bollock starts in P17. The grid beginning to form up. We'll start getting the 5-second countdown. There'll be 7 seconds on the timing monitor. And then, when it hits 45 minutes, the lights will go green and the race will be underway. No safety cars, no +1 lap. First to meet the checkered flag wins. What do you think is going to happen, Ed?
I think Sonneveld is going to dive on at the inside of Steffel and cause a massive accident at turn 1. But that would be unlike Sonneveld and his big Houdini tricks we saw earlier. He'll probably magically find a way through.
Wingardium Leviosa to make it into turn 1.
Fly over Michael Steffel.
You're shouting at the side of his car.
Steffel, it must be said, considering how his group stage lap started.
Absolutely, to put it on pole position as well. Here we go. Lights are coming on. 4 seconds. Round 4 is about to get underway. Race on now! Good start from the front row as well. Sullivan trying to get away and cover Homewood down towards the first corner. Watch out for Michael Koch. Pascal Eggert. Hoven moves up 2 positions past Jones and Gassi. Sullivan leads as Steffi touched the wall. Steffi's dropping right back. I heard that's a server glitch. Homewood to P2. I'm seeing on my screen, Ed, and it must be a server glitch.
Oh no, big accident there. He missed the first corner.
Unbelievable! Pole position straight to last place in the matter of 3 meters. I think you must have
predicted something like that would happen.
You must have, absolutely. Your first race back and you curse. That's what we love having you here for. So it's Sonovan leading.
Sure Michael Steppel doesn't love it.
No, I think you're off the Christmas list for next year. Into the chicane for the first time. Everyone just bumping and balling. Look at Homewood. Homewood can smell blood. Look how fast he was coming out of that chicane area. Now, down towards the hairpin. Who's going to break first? Homewood trying to go around the outside. He's going to take a wide line, isn't he? You can sense it coming. Into the back, he's at 3 abreast. Is that AK going right round the outside? It is! AK passing Eggert with a great round the outside move on defence. He's trying to catch up to Michael Koch down to P3 as they head down towards turn 1 again. AK going to look to the inside as well. Breaks earlier, than anybody else. And that's Koch nearly in the back of Homewood. The two teammates running together. Drama already as they all get through. Lahoven, I think, just touched the wall further back. He's okay. And Homewood now desperately seeking a victory as they hurtle down towards turn 4, approaching the end of that first sector. Homewood's 4 tenths off the pace, 96% of energy left at the moment, but he can smell blood, and who could blame them? The Flying Von Motorsport squad looking absolutely fantastic at the moment, Ed.
Indeed they are. That's worked out perfectly for them, as Steffel has already got back out from last up to 15th, so he's gained 2 places. As Joins is in a little battle with Weeches here, going into the chicane. Oh, that was brave.
Very brave, and very, very brave. And there was some bumping going on there as well. Skolman, I think, just having a little bit of a touch behind. As fastest second sector to Nick Homewood. The gap, 10th of a second, he's on the inside. He's going for the lead. And Homewood's got him. They're side by side. And now Sullivan takes the lead on the run down towards turn 1.
Homewood's on the outside here.
This is going to be dangerous, and he's got it! Homewood leads in Formula E! Write that up! And now Koch trying to go on the outside! No, backed out of it.
Lies to back out of that one, and now here comes AK.
This is literally rush hour in Zurich. Forget what Dario said years and years ago. This is proper street racing between the two, as they all screech through as well. There's no wings on the side of the track this time when Vern ran over it. I wonder what this is going to be crucial for the championship today. Nick Homewood leads the race for the first time this year. He's on 93% of energy. We've got Sonneveld in P2. Michael Koch, who could take the lead of the title. By my calculation, he will take the lead of the title by 2 points over that of Norbert Precker. He was 9 points the gap against 12 for that. That's, 3 points in my mind? Maybe 4, Ed. It's 3, isn't it? As they come through. As Steffi goes up into P14.
I'm going to wait and see how this race pans out. As Steffel going for attack mode really early.
So
he needs to gain positions pronto.
2 minutes of attack mode for 2 attacks as well, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, but impressive about Homewood taking the lead there as he takes fastest lap is that he hasn't used more energy as now Koch gets through.
A second!
Up to second place. There we go. So Sonneveld loses out at the run up to turn 1.
I think that must have been an outside manoeuvre. Sullivan must have backed out of it as well. Must have not had the pace. He is dropping like a stone, is Sullivan, because now look at this. AK's right behind him. Look at Pascal Eggert. He's stuck in P5, and he's just sat still in the wall. 2, 3 abreast. Oh my goodness. We got a traffic jam. Lahoven's round.
It was Joins, I think. Or was that Gashi? Sorry.
He's in contact too. Yeah, that's Gashi round and out of the race. Gashi's out of the race already with a wheel off. That's not triggered any yellows on my sector screen, which is great, but it certainly has broken up the pack quite a lot. Gashi out of the race. I'm looking down the order to see who else was involved, because there was a multiple of cars involved. And look at that.
Sonneveld's got him. Oh, he's under attack, sorry.
He's under attack by AK. AK's on the inside, and Egger's trying to follow him through as well. It's pushed to pass down the start-finish straight. AK goes up, and now Pascal Egger's got to think about the championship here. He's got to move to the inside. I think Sullivan's actually looking in the rearview mirror. He's way behind him now. Pascal Egger goes to P4 as well on the board. That's great to see. Steffel's done the fastest lap, a 1:10.744 at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So a big scary moment there for Egger, and Lahoven is having a good little battle as well. Lahoven was briefly ahead of Beaches, but while we're watching that, he's got through. Steffel, meanwhile, has got up to P9 with his attack mode. It's just about to run out.
Desperately, cautiously, wildly accelerating. Isn't that the line as well? They're all desperately trying to find the best opportunity to make the overtake, to make the attack work for the better, and it is still very dramatic racing here.
The leader's going to attack mode, Josh.
Yeah, and so has
cars.
Yep, Koch's gone too, so they've all now decided now's the opportunity. Now it seems the best time in order to make the attack. Eggert's to third, he's passed AK. So Eggert's now to third. So correct me if I'm wrong on the monitors, but haven't we got a fine Avon Motorsport 1, 2, 3? But of
I
course,
think we did briefly because I think Eggert was ahead in the hairpin because he braked quite deep, and then AK got back ahead.
So it's just changing every second. You can't calculate what's going to happen next. It really is exciting stuff. Do not leave anywhere. Keep your device with you at every second as well. This race is changing every second. As we've got out there as well, Wald's changing. He's losing out of attack mode as well. Homewood and Koch in the attack mode as I lose my TV pictures, and they're back with me now. As they all still circulate. Oh, and my picture's zoomed in about 1 million times there, Ed.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Pascal Eggert coming up on the board as well, trying to hold back through. 38 minutes to go of this race.
Oh, Eggert for attack mode.
And he's taking
it through.
That's a bit of a risk. That is a major, major risk.
Oh, but he's kept him behind because the attack mode is not significantly delaying because you only have to go a bit to the right. So the big battle is this one for third, Josh. I'll see if I can get us back to absolute full screen on your end.
No worries. That's better, yeah. As they come back through. As this is Pascal Eggert now on the attack of AK, moves to the inside, down towards turn one, late on the brakes, cautiously, wildly accelerating the exit. They're still side by side, and now AK's got the inside line, but backs out of it. What a gent!
Yeah, AK didn't have attack mode, so there was no point holding that one off really. But aggressive strategy from Eggert now. Now it is a free of 1, 2, 3, and Eggert is going to catch up to Koch, who has run out of attack mode, wasn't able to pass Homewood, who was also in attack mode.
0 point, as you say, yeah.
Steffel is retired somewhere while we were watching this.
Oh, and so's Chong. Alex Chong out too. 3 retirements on lap 6. Wow, that's a surprise.
We were expecting drama, because it's quite a tight, twisty circuit, especially in the first sector. But I don't think we're expecting quite this much drama, were we, Josh?
We were not.
Left to go.
We're 6 laps into this race as well. I've got numerous messages flying through on the Discord as well. Michael Steffi says, I got myself into that situation with the bottle as well. He's still typing. Alex Chong says, my wheels just flew off. And the same as well.
Sounds like the two hit each other as we see.
Yeah.
Yellow sector 1.
It's the 14, and it's Callum Jones. Jones, I think, has had a spin, and he's got going again. There he is, look. So Jones was stationary, but now Homewood...
I think the steering's damaged. And so Homewood's going to be coming up to this in a second. Eggert about to run out of attack mode. And
so's Pascal Eggert as well. He's flashing. The 6 going a bit slow as well. What's happened to Kevin Veaches? He's looking very slow. He's been passed now by
big
Yellow.
Like
wheel. Look at the wheel.
The steering's gone kaput there, Josh.
We are seeing so many retirements already, as it is a fine Avon Motorsport squad 1, 2, 3, but it's the green squad. It's the white squad.
Oh, there we go.
Homewards. Oh, who's that taking attack mode?
Joins getting out of the way.
Right, so he's down the order.
AK goes for attack mode behind.
Veach is out. And as you say that as well, AK goes to P4, gets ahead now as well. And there's changes in the front. And Homewood let him through there. Koch goes through. Homewood looked like he let him through. He was very wide, trying to get the drag. Now Eggert's on the attack of Homewood to the inside towards turn 1. And it's wheel to wheel as they cross the line. Into the braking zone for turn 1. Homewood's going to back out of it. He's not going to risk crashing into one of his own cars. So it's Koch Eggert 1, 2. And the championship takes another major swing as we now have 4 retirements as Veaches is out of the race as well.
Yes, and Conan about to run out of attack mode in a little battle with Prefab. Oh, as Homewood loses the rear! And AK almost does the same!
So did Simmons! All 3 of them lost the end! Well, I've heard of synchronized swimming, but synchronized drifting is a new EERC tradition, it looks like, through that part of the track. Unbelievable!
Yes, of course, AK on attack mode. I think what happened there was Homewood was really struggling with his energy management compared to Eggert and Koch, so that's why he didn't fight so much. Homewood goes for attack mode number 2. because he needs to defend from AK, but AK's got the run. Here we go, Josh. AK to the inside.
Late on the break, down to the hairpin. This should be an easy move. Homewood will be wise to take a wider line. Let AK through. Look at him, he's doing it. He shuts the door. And they touch.
It's a good thing he didn't listen to your advice, Josh. He would have lost position if he had.
Well, that's the reason I'm the commentator and he's the racing car driver, because I would have taken the wider line and tried to cut back, but he had so much braking speed into that part of the track in turn 13. He didn't need to move out of the way. He was right there and then. AK's out of attack mode now anyway, so Homewood should be able to catch back up to these two at the front with Koch and Eggert.
Fastest lap of the way, by the way, is 1 minute 10.439 by Eggert. So I don't think Eggert is ruled out going for the win yet. There's definitely...
Oh, no, he's done it! He's out!
And he spins! Oh, and Homewood's going to come through!
Homewood goes through, but Pascal Eggert... No, Homewood's hit the wall with the rear tyre! And somehow... honestly, that was a brilliant save from Pascal Eggert there. He just drifted it round. He may have had a spin, but he caught it back. Brilliant racing! Now Homewood goes through. Pascal Eggert trying to go through, and I'm just hearing it that every time you mention a driver, something bad happens.
Okay. Well, this driver has just gone for attack mode, and his name, by the way, is Huis Sonneveld, who was, let's not forget, started second in this race. Let's travel back down to 5th.
And is now fourth.
Oh, past AK. AK in trouble.
AK having to back out of it. He was so slow coming off of that hairpin as well into the braking zone. Sonneveld going to try now just to keep the defensive line. He has a little bit of a twitch there as he comes through. Prefect into attack mode 3. So we were told it was only 2 attack modes, but now it's 3 attack modes. Let me just try and get that correct.
Maybe they just left an extra one in there for Prefect.
Possibly, yeah.
Errol just wanted another go. So.
Unfortunately, the people who deal with this are currently racing out there, so we can't exactly give them a message.
But we don't have the authority ourselves to rectify the situation.
So
Homewood runs out of attack mode, and Eggert closing back in on him now with a percentage more energy.
And Homewood
goes for attack mode.
Eggert, that was Eggert for attack mode 2. As Spam moves to 10th and Chaz Bollocks goes into P11 with personal best sector times. Eggert's under attack now. He's looking to the inside of Homewood. Sonneveld's right there as well. And Homewood breaks way too early, but all locked up is Pascal Eggert. He goes through. That opens the door. Crashed by Wallop down into the Shaheen pin as well. They're all now side by side. Homewood got the worst of that as Sonneveld goes to 3rd. Homewood comes back at him, tries to get back on the inside line, but settles.
Yeah, this is Homewood, you're right.
Yeah, settles down for P4. And that was Pascal Eggert coming in all sorts of late on the brakes and just sort of barged Homewood out of the way.
I'll tell you who this is really working to the advantage of, Michael Koch.
Yes.
Because he's just pulled away while these guys have been fighting. He's 2 seconds up the road from Pascal Eggert.
And
Eggert, after a spin, can now start to catch back up again.
And crucially, the championship lead will go to Michael Koch by about 12 points now. So this is going to be a big advantage going into Marrakesh next weekend. Well, I say next weekend, next Wednesday, as well as he'll come back through.
Yeah, certainly. So it's not done yet, but certainly you wouldn't be putting too much money on anyone other than Eggert coming ahead at the end of this. By how much is yet to be said, but Michael Koch keeping himself in play as Eggert about to run out of attack mode.
And we've got look at Eggert. Eggert's under pressure as well. Homewood, this is Pascal Eggert. Right, how's that happened? How has Eggert got...
Yes, he's used his attack mode to catch up.
That's incredible.
He's only got 10 seconds.
A lap.
So he's not going to be able to pass through these 90-degree corners.
Yeah, he needs the straights and he's not going to get it. That was an incredible, though. He's caught up 2 seconds to the back, half hour to go. And now the 2 championship protagonists, currently 2nd and 3rd in the standings, though, but without Norbert Precker here, these 2 effectively become 1-2 in the title. So it's incredibly important the result that we get here today. Both for the same team, both teammates in the Fine Yvonne Motorsport green colours.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, I think that was an avoidance.
I did think that was an odd line.
It's a second attack mode as well. And who's that in front? I'm trying to see. It's Abraham Wald as well, down in P12 as well. He's going through. Eggert's going to lose the attack mode now. Trying the braking zone. Big lock up in the rear as well. Very tight hairpin line for Michael Koch. Even with attack mode, that must leave him vulnerable on acceleration speed down.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's got it. No, you're right. That was a close one. I thought he might just have it into turn 1. But it's backed out there as well.
The battle for third then.
It's constant drama wherever you look, isn't it? You don't know what to look at next as well. Nick Homewood, P4, as we look at it, with AK, Andre down in P5. He's not doing a Lotterer, though, which is great news. I thought Lotterer did here in Season 4. He lost a week, didn't he? And then Vern ran over it. I can't remember that well. That much.
And Lotterer infamous for... Andre Lotterer infamous for incidents. So infamous that even in the Lego animation I did, he ended up in prison. But anyway, we've got an actual race. As we look at this, really held up there.
Who is ahead here? That's touching the wall.
Oh.
That's a traffic jam in the chicane, and that has got
Homewood!
Homewood stuck. He's ridden the chicane, and AK mounts the back of him as they rejoin. Homewood goes back through, but that is major contact.
And Kill Hausvik wisely going for attack mode there, but yeah, that was just the lapped car got in the way. Homewood just sort of didn't really have anywhere to maneuver and ended up stuck, just going straight into the side of the chicane. And now there might even be damage to that car. So Homewood could be in real trouble here.
And here comes AK with, oh, look at that, he's pointing to the inside, almost towards the pit lane. And through goes AK for P4. Homewood down into P5 after mounting the chicane. My goodness me, that is not a great run there. Michael Koch just had the fastest lap as well. A 1:11.029. I'm looking to see it's Pascal.
That's a personal best.
Yeah, personal best, not the fastest lap.
But he's still about 6 tenths off of Eggert's best lap, but that may have been set during with attack mode.
So that might be the best one without the attack mode. Is that Jones? Jones out of the race, yeah.
I think AK made a mistake because Homewood's got back through.
Yeah,
so he's even hit the wall and just gone straight on at turn 1. Let's see, is the steering okay?
He's lost a lot of tenths there. He's lost, what was it, 2.9 seconds. So AK...
How's he looking on the straight here, Josh? Looks alright.
I can't tell just quite yet. Here we go through the chicane. Let's find out now. He's going very slow through the chicane, so here we go. Down the straight. Is the wheel okay?
Attack mode, and he was ahead, so...
Okay. Yeah, looks okay.
He came upon some traffic, so yeah, definitely a mistake. Maybe just went straight on at turn 1.
No traffic in front of them. The only car in front is Wade as well, so... I think that was a genuine error there.
Yeah, Skazbolix has also got ahead of Spam to get into 10th. So a little battle going on down here as well. So Spam will be annoyed about that. As I think that's Kosh going through to lap them. There we go. Some more drama then. As we know, you can't. We've seen how difficult it is to lap here, especially through the chicane. And they're coming up to that, aren't they? Oh, Kosh would be wise to potentially back out a little bit.
Here's the chicane. And look at that. Pascal gets right on them as well. They nearly touched the wall. In fact, that's a very slow-moving Spam as they come back through. And through goes Michael Koch to lap them. This is the first, I think, they've got of lapped cars out there on the circuit. No, he's passed.
I think that was Errol.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry.
Here's Prefect now. Yeah, Errol Prefect down there. There's Michael Koch. Who's he attacking now? The number 10 squad. Oh, that'll be...
that's the guys we were just talking about. It's the Skazbolix Spam battle.
Yeah.
Of course.
And he's heading through. Nice one there from Lobas. Just let him through. Don't get in the way. And what has happened to Pascal Eggert? 1.9 seconds behind now. Here he is.
To negotiate this traffic, I think.
That's not good. Down the start-finish straight. It's cost him a heap of time there. 25 minutes, 20 seconds to go then. And up the inside. That's a nice manoeuvre. Now, in the wall!
Oh, he went straight in the wall.
Oh, I thought he was going to give a Spam the position back because he went too wide. And he hit the wall. Nose first. Not done any damage to the steering, though. Look, he's checking the car. And the 44, just having a bit of love there, I think, into the wall. As they come back, keep it calm. 25 minutes to go in the race. As Nick Homewood P4 at the moment. 8.9 seconds back.
Look at the energy difference between Homewood and Sonneveld. So Homewood, saving a bit earlier on, has actually put himself in a decent position. 2% more than Sonneveld, despite Sonneveld being a bit further up the road.
AK is worrying me, 51% there.
Yeah, how's Nick's steering looking? Because I thought he was
twitchy.
crapping a little bit as he comes up to the... Oh!
I think it's twitching. Yeah, it's not straight. Look, it's crabbing.
Oh, no wonder. Yeah, so that battle with AK, he clearly came off better position-wise, but worse in terms of damage.
11
Of
seconds.
course, because he got slammed in, didn't he? So he hasn't hit for repairs.
Yeah. So that
doing well to hold on to fourth. AK is going to be a real threat. The only hope for Nick Homewood really to hold on to fourth is to save energy like crazy and hope that everyone else runs out.
54%. So he's getting there now, actually, as well. This should be okay. Homewood to save energy. AK don't think we'll make it to the end. Look, it's 48%, and Homewood's on 52. So that is quite a lot. 4% more usable energy is a lifetime. It's a whole lap, isn't it, Ed? We've seen it. It's a whole lap of a Formula E track. 4%. I mean, remember Valencia last season?
To be fair, AK had to waste a lot of energy reversing to get past Nick Homewood.
He did, yes. After mounting, yeah. That's we had that back in Mexico. Moment.
I'm glad we captured that.
Oh, that'll make it.
I'm going to be on each other's Christmas cards list at the end of this. I keep thinking about your line, cautiously, wildly accelerating. I think that's a Marge Simpson line.
I think it is, yeah.
On those old Simpsons games where you play as Marge driving the Canyonero. She'd hit the accelerator as Homewood goes for attack mode to try and defend from AK. And Marge would say things like cautiously, wildly accelerating, or wow, it's true. Women drivers aren't very good. Something like that. Something really politically incorrect.
Yeah, that Simpsons game was fantastically funny, wasn't it? I mean, I think it must.
I'll tell you who's not laughing though. Michael Koch, because Esk Eggert is slowly, cautiously catching him.
I'll tell you what, though, Loz has just said, Josh, take a breath as well. They've been saying there. I've not stopped. It's been so dramatic. It's the first race of the year. I've been saying, you've seen it, Ed, as well, in the Discord chat. I've been saying, I've been waiting to get going for over a week and a half, and I've just been itching to get this race back on.
You've got a busy commentary day tomorrow, haven't you, Josh? Because we got our touring car team's debut, which we're commentating on, and then your BBS, is it?
BBE.
BBE, sorry. All these acronyms. EERC.
Yeah, it's getting confusing, isn't it? It's so confusing. I've got a list somewhere. In fact, looking at my wall, I've just realised that the Abu Dhabi notes are still stuck on the wall.
Oh, look at this! Conan! Just been overtaken by that prefect.
Hey, prefect, yeah. So that was a
run out of turn one. Far out from the number 54 as a Schoenman goes for attack mode. Homewood's attack mode is about to run out. So AK, he's stuck with him despite the fact that Homewood's got more acceleration. He's sort of accelerating while turning, which kind of means attack mode sort of negates slightly some of the advantage.
And look at Sommerveld, 46% usable energy, the same as Homewood, and he's been on attack mode. Oh, hello, leaders back together. That is 0.4 the gap now as they come into the chicane. This effectively for the title. Michael Koch and Pascal Eggert now down the back straight towards the hairpin. This is going to be the crucial point as well. I just saw the Michelin banner there with what was it? Michelin on the side. I love the R Factor graphics. They always make me giggle.
We've got all these custom-made circuits. They've got to avoid the copyright issues.
As they head down, it's
Julian Barr, of course.
Yeah,
and A square.
Yeah, and of course DTT as well is a great one. Into the braking zone, then 310 still the gap. I've got a feeling these two are not going to race each other unless one of them makes a mistake. They seem to just be holding station.
Traffic coming up. I think Koch has really just got to hold on here for the last 20 minutes, but Eggert's certainly going to throw the kitchen sink. I think without that little spin from Eggert, he would probably be right next to him as Homewood in...
Whoa!
Was he?
That's a close one. That is a close one.
I think it was Lahoven and Schumann's got past Lahoven using the last of his attack mode.
Attack mode. Yeah, as he goes down. So Schumann's down to P6, Lahoven to P7. I've noticed 20 minutes to go as well. The leader's now catching up in the front battle here. There's a yellow first sector. Is that for that same? No, it's 5, and it's AK in the wall.
Oh, AK's out.
Oh, no. And there go. Well, Homewood now stays in position, but AK's out of the race. Yeah, look at this. The race leaders are getting right together now. It's Prefect and Conan, the two cars, getting in the way as Eggert now desperately trying to have the accelerator down the straight. He's in the slipstream, but he's not going to make a move into turn 1. 5 tenths. We've seen it at 3 tenths without a manoeuvre.
And that's desperately disappointing for AK, because I think he had the advantage on Homewood. He didn't have the steering bent to one side. So, yeah, Homewood will prove a sigh of relief, that's for sure, as AK drops out of the top 10, which means that Saz Bollocks will now be 10th and get the final points, I guess.
No, Spam! Spam, according to my monitor. What's happened there?
Well, no, that's because Spam hasn't got by yet. I think.
Yes.
That's what's happening now. Spam quite low on energy, though, as is Sonneveld, actually. He's just about to run out of attack mode.
Yeah, you are right there, Ed. I have not read the timing screens properly. You are correct.
Right.
Look at this.
How much he closes in the braking zone. This is exciting to watch, isn't it? As Sonneveld has set a personal best, fastest third sector of anyone.
Sonneveld back up into P3. He's been there for a while, but it's just surprising.
Yeah, because Homewood having that issue really allowed Sonneveld to break away.
Oh, look at the brake. You're right. In the braking zone. It is so dramatic.
All over the curb.
It caught the wheel spin, didn't it? He hit the curb, and it just said, the rears just said, no, thank you, not today. And of course, the power comes to the rear wheels.
Only 11 cars left in the race then, Josh. Valid, the last one, down in 11th.
It's strange that we've lost so many in this one as well. Quite a lot in the first laps.
After everything we've seen this season, are you that surprised? As we look at Prefect losing out to Conan on the front straight.
I'm expecting...
Prefect has been going backwards for a while now. Schumann goes for his final attack mode just before Prefect can overtake him.
Homewood's he's trying to hold defences as well, so this is going to be close.
Oh, Spam's overtaken as well. Him and that's by... have been together the whole race. Yeah.
Oh, they're still side by side. Spam's got the inside line. Tries to move to the outside as well. Charles Box stays perfectly centre. If you had one of those bubble machines that you see when you try and level something, it's pretty much level. And look at that. Koch and Egger take their third attack modes. And what's happened here? 2.3 seconds the gap. That was a big kick there. Do you reckon
wonder if they were a bit close going into the chicane and Egger had to back off maybe?
Yes.
He was like 9/10 behind up to that point.
That's I've just been electrocuted by my bus mixer. That's never happened before. But yeah, they must have backed off to be now lost in 2 seconds.
You watch a Formula E race and you get electrocuted. How fitting.
It's what was that? It's Grease Lightning coming up at the moment. It's electrifying indeed. Formula E, of course.
Take it easy, Josh.
Yeah, I'll probably
you really sound like you've been electrocuted the whole race. As Egger gets very close to the wall on the outside there.
I've just been ready to get going as well, and it's surprising as well because suddenly I've got a chest injury, so that's even better that I've been going like this. Gets sliding as well. He's really trying to hold it through. And who's PA? That's Prefect. He's lost a lot of time now as well to Conan. 2.2 seconds now across that last gap.
Oh,
and here he is. Yeah, he's touched the wall.
He's about headed for the wall there, but he's okay.
And now 1.9.
Prefect, see if his steering wheel is okay. Schumann about to run out of attack mode before he catches Homewood. Schumann's had a good recovery here, isn't he? He's only about 9 seconds behind Homewood.
That's a fantastic recovery from what he had.
Catch him before the end with the Homewood steering issue. He's about 10 seconds behind Sonneveld. Sonneveld at 24 seconds behind Eggert, though.
And of course, with no code 80s, they could just go flat out, as I said, right to the end of the race because it's not like an endurance when we need to clear the track. It auto gets rid. So it's a lot easier for us to keep across all the action. And look how quickly 2 minutes flashes by with Michael Koch and Pascal Eggert now out of attack mode. They took it at the same time, but I think they've still got both a third to do. I'm not too sure if that's their second or third.
I think that was their third one, Josh. I remember it flashed up. It said attack mode number 3 for both of them.
Right, so that's their last one then. They can't do it again. Attack mode 3 for
Lahoven uses his last one. He was only a few seconds behind Schumann, so Schumann could be a little battle for fourth between Homewood, Schumann and Lahoven in the final stages if they can close up to him.
It was 4 seconds.
Homewood will be managing.
Yeah, it was 4 seconds. And I'm watching the timing screen now. It's gone from 4 to 1.3 to 2, and now it's down to 3.9 again. So it's going left and right, shifting as quick as you can say it. And 6 and 5 on the timing screen. 5 and 6, yeah, just coming into turn 1. So they've got Spam in the middle of that as well. As Pascal Eggert now 1.5 seconds behind Michael Koch, with that bit of a lull part of the track.
A bit slow by Spam.
He's going to get
about
past.
to be lapped here by someone. That looks like
he'll be lapped. Lahoven.
There's Conan. It would be Lahoven then. You're correct.
The driver tracker. I was hoping it was correct.
This is why I should, rather than trying to remember liveries, I should try and get the driver track to actually look.
Yeah, secret little thing they open in the box as well. How is half the grid out? Says Lotter as well. And he says that this is higher attrition than endurance as well. That is a very good point. We've got, what is it?
Mainly through
shootouts.
crashes at the chicane and on the front straight. Oh, they're getting the wall there.
He touched it, didn't he?
There.
He's just bouncing everywhere, isn't he? He's scraping the wall.
And he's using more energy too. He's 2% more than Kosh.
Yeah.
I think Kosh is managing this perfectly right now.
Kosh just lit up my timing screen with a fireball, so I don't know what that was. That's it. 16.5, second sector. Eggert 16.2. And the gap now 3 seconds. So, in fact, Michael Koch is extending his gap. Pascal Eggert is desperately trying to close back up. Look how wide he was! Out of the hairpin, he was brushing the wall again. Yellow, 4. Homewood's in the wall. Homewood's in the wall in turn 4. And he's not going again.
And is that Schumann not far behind either?
Yeah,
she's got a left car in front of him.
I can't see who the lap car is. I can't see who the lap car is. Shaz Bollocks.
Shaz Bollocks, yeah.
Yeah. So that's now going to put Homewood massively under pressure because here comes Basil Schumann, as you say. He's going to have the attack now. 1.3 seconds to gap.
Well, he's not got any more attack mode to use, Peter Schumann.
But, as you say, Nick Homewood's steering could be an issue. And another mistake like that puts him in the wall.
But, of course, if Schumann can't pass Homewood, that would allow Lahoven to catch up. He's only about 4 seconds behind.
This is getting tense. This is what we
like to see. These two are teammates, let's not forget. So we have Fringavond, 1, 2, 4, 5.
And this is absolutely tricky.
Oh, what? Homewood in the pits. The damage was too great.
Oh,
so he has to repair it. And that's going to let Lahoven through. So Homewood will continue in 6th then. I don't think Conan... Is Conan going to catch up? He's about 40 seconds down. So
I don't think he will. Do you reckon he's thinking, Homewood, that I can still be in the points?
I think he's thinking, this is undrivable. Why have I tried to stay out this long? Because after that lapped car and hitting the wall, the car has looked horrible to drive.
It's getting a lot closer.
To hold on as long as he did. But
and Eggert,
really, because I think Homewood, without that, stood a great chance of finishing on the podium. But Eggert, 2.9 behind the lead then. So he's running out of time. 11 minutes left as Conan gets through.
Homewood gets a penalty.
Speed in the pits.
Oh!
Homewood must have sped in the pit lane.
Ironic that a race director in the Endurance Championship gets given a penalty. I always say it, but that's not fair for Nick Homewood. He's had a great race so far today and led the race for a considerable portion in the early stages as well.
He's been up against it, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and now
he's faster car though.
He's going to be much faster than Prefett and Conan.
He's only seconds behind Prefett as well, so he's still there. He's still got an attack to do it, so he could still be in there. Attack mode 4! Attack mode 4?
That's found another one.
Well, so there is a 4th attack mode. But I hope the drivers have remembered that. They can all go for it. We were wondering if it was set to 2 for 2, and now it seems it's 4 for 2. Wow, this is better than the £1 fish you get in the London market. Everybody gets another attack mode to launch it down, and I hope Homewood knows that. Because with it, he could really start jumping up the field. He could get ahead of Prefect Conan and maybe, thinking about it though, Lahoven might be just a bit too far out of that battle. But
well,
still,
they may know and have been trying to save till near the end. But
that is a close one, yeah.
If they didn't know, yeah, because I was pretty sure, like you, going in, it was 2. It might have been 4 that last 2 minutes each. But we'll have to see. But Homewood has caught right up to the back now of Prefect. And has now got a face full of him. Is he going to try up the inside? Oh, this is brave.
That's a brave move on the inside. He's got through because Prefect went into the wall. Homewood to P7 as well.
Prefect was trying to avoid the wall there.
Yeah,
and in doing so, had to let Homewood through.
And I've just been corrected by Callum as well, who says, can you call me by Joins, not Jones, as well?
Yes, I was just thinking that, yeah.
Thanks you for the correction as well.
He's out of the race to tell us that.
Absolutely. I will make my note for the further races, and I will call you by Joins.
You mean the final race? There's only one more to go, I think, Josh.
There is only one more to go. You're right there as well. So this is a close one.
Like you say, on the 15th. Now, Homewood,
which time?
A clear run at Lahoven. It was that yellow car we can just see up ahead. Valid, I don't think is close to anyone, so his attack mode is not really going to do too many. Oh no, he's actually right behind Spam as I say that.
0.4,
Here
yes.
he is.
Here he is, round the outside for the final points paying position. But Spam
he's trying to do what
has been
Homewood did.
right. Oh, Spam knocked up, and that's throwing it away. That was a bit of a interesting maneuver. Oh, it's going to take
Schumann going for attack mode number 4.
So that's another crucial moment for an attack mode.
But Schumann is in no man's land really in 4th because he's miles behind
Lahoven too,
and about 10 seconds behind Lahoven.
The crucial thing is when he's
attack mode valid, so he couldn't quite pull the move off there. But good effort from the 11th place man.
But we've also got to work out as well. When is Eggert going to take his 4th attack mode? If he does it in the next lap, and does it before Michael Koch as well, he could gain those 3.4 seconds back immediately. We've seen how fast it can be, but we're dropping down on percentages, so we're losing time as Conan and Homewood battling it out now.
Conan ahead actually is confusing because him and Lahoven both use exact same livery and number.
It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. So Conan, who, and by the way, I know Joins is saying as well about not saying 14. It's only because on the track map we've got, the position the driver is in is the number we get on the screens. If for Michael Koch as well, he's number 13, but he's number 1 on the monitor, so he's number 1 on the driver tracker. That's how it works. Why we're saying so, it's not the wrong numbers we're saying; it's the positions we're saying. And we're closing in.
Much faster.
He touched the wall at the back. That's a little bit of a...
do that again, but he's able to keep up with Conan despite not being in attack mode like Conan is.
Conan having a slide in the rear.
Around.
Oh, he's going up the inside. That's a brave one if you can hold it.
Oh, the chicane.
Oh, close your eyes.
Oh, he let him through there. That was very sensible.
Homewood, I think. He's going for attack mode. He missed it.
Sorry.
Homewood went for attack mode and missed it. He missed the sensors. Homewood hasn't got attack mode. Or he's run out.
Repaired the car. He didn't use number 4, I don't think. I think he's used the least of anybody.
And now Conan's still on that attack mode and he's trying to pull back round the outside. So I tell you what, Conan's got 30 seconds left. And Homewood's going to have to go extremely defensive. Oh, he's into the pit lane. Homewood's out.
Oh,
he's
there must be a more terminal issue.
Oh, well, give the man a break, please.
Yeah, just frustration then for Nick Homewood that's building upon itself as issue after issue in that cockpit. He's having to fight fires rather than driving a race car. And the damage, it might be that tap with the wall caused some damage that he's having to repair.
Michael Koch has taken his 4th attack mode.
Yeah, there we go. So 6 minutes to go and he's pulled the trigger. So is Eggert now going to wait till the last couple of minutes and then go for his attack mode and hope that he can get the overlap now, because he'll be able to go in when Koch has run out.
Look at Eggert though, 16% of usable energy left.
Yeah, he's been pushing to try and keep Koch in sight, hasn't he?
I think that's although Koch now just taken 6, 17, 16. The question is, 6 minutes to go, are they going to make it to the end of the race? This is a bit of a worry here that they've pushed it.
Yeah, Eggert and Sonneveld in a bit of trouble. Sonneveld going for attack mode number 3.
Who locked up?
Are these guys going to get penalised if they don't use all the attack mode? Because I think some of them seem to realise quite late that there's 4.
Yeah,
I started the race thinking it was
like
maybe
us,
2.
Yeah, like us, we thought it was 2 for 2, and now it turns out it's 4 for 2. With the
Pascal at Mexico style
yes.
and coasting here.
And it could be again, look. This is getting very, very tense. They're all
Barrett's starting to look
20.
Quite smart now on his 21% down in 11.
And I think he's past Spam. Yeah, he's just past Spam. So
there we go, Spam in real trouble. That's why.
Spam's lost I think the rear suspension's gone. Look at that. Spam in the wall and hits out one of our cameras as well.
There's a wheel missing, that's why.
Oh, rear wheel as well.
Wheel's gone.
How's he done that? He's hit a curb, and that's put out the yellows in the first sector, and Homewood's approaching.
The pit lane with that.
Yeah, Homewood's approaching it. As Michael, there's the yellows, look, in that first sector. There's another yellow. Oh, car's gone now, suspension's gone. Yeah, back to green. 11% for Sonneveld and Eggert as well. 15% for Michael Koch as he's about to run out of attack mode. 15%, 5 minutes, a minute 11 per lap. That is a big, big worry if they're actually going to make it to the end. you might want to start drawing the short straws here, guys, because it's anybody's guess who could win this race. We've had moments like this. Remember Santiago? Everybody running out of energy towards the end of the race. Mexico got worried, as you said, Ed.
I'm not sure Sonneveld's going to come out on top here with only 9%. Eggert goes for that final attack mode. He's doing exactly what I thought he might, which is wait until the end, wait till Kosh runs out of all of his attack mode, and then take advantage.
Waited,
so there we go, the gap, 6 seconds then.
He waited to the last possible moment because I believe there's a rule you can't use it below 10%.
Is it? In this? I think that's in real Formula E.
I know it's in real Formula E, but I don't know if it's transferred over to our factor. Because I think we saw a car last time out in Mexico take it below. So I'll say it, but we'll see. Because Sonneveld has
Eggert and Sonneveld now on the same energy leading. Oh, love by Eggert on the exit of turn 1. Those tram lines suddenly became real. And the rear spun up.
I think he's just charged up part of his battery as well. He stayed on 9%. So different types of electric energy there helping along.
Yeah, 5.6 is the gap then. So can he catch Michael Koch before the end?
4 now, 3.8. It's closing down, Ed. 3.7, nearly into the wall again there for Eggert. 3.2, 4.4. It's closing up and then accelerating as well into the chicane. And I visibly see Michael Koch there. Or is that the fourth of Penn No, I think 7 seconds. 7.4.
I think I realised what might have happened to Nick Homewood. He had to serve that drive-through for speeding in the pits, I think.
Of course. So he's going down to P8 as well. So that's
it did take him a while to actually serve it. So I've assumed there was like a 3-lap rule or something, but maybe he did. So 30 seconds left for Eggert then. But I think he's going to run out. He's going to have to come down to energy here as Koch. And now it's 1% between all 3 of them in the top 3. It's suddenly looking very comfortable. 2 minutes left to go.
This is the worry. How long? 2:22. That's what, another 2 laps, including this of 3 laps
used
to
his
go.
final attack mode.
Michael Koch might have just got it here. 9%, 3% per lap. I don't think Eggert's going to reach the finish here, Ed. I really don't.
He's going to have to be careful. He's run out of attack mode, so there's nothing wasteful left to use.
So an event has just started. Who's that? Who was that spinning? In front. It's number 4, and it's Patrick Coleman.
Conan.
Yeah. Oh, pretty much
in the wall.
Oh, well,
there we go. So he survived.
He's got going, but that was a hefty whack. As here's Pascal Eggert then, avoiding the spinning.
He's saving energy. He's dropped to 7 seconds now behind Josh.
It's done. So it's done, isn't it? 1:30 left. That's 2 laps to go. Next time around will be the last lap of the race, because we don't have a +1. We go to the 45 minutes. This is Michael Koch starting the penultimate lap. He's going to cross the... Do you reckon he'll back off, Ed? He'll back off by a couple of seconds, because he's got 6 to spare. Do you reckon he'll take it easy and this will be the last lap to take the checkered? Because if so, he's going to cross the line.
There might be a bit of a team element.
Yeah,
letting Pascal take the points, but he's equally got his own title aspirations. This is going to wildly help.
52 seconds. Where is he? He's got the straight to go.
Sure. I could see him doing either way here. I think he might slow down a little bit.
I think he's got a 40 seconds to go. Oh! Maybe not now.
Slow him down.
Yeah. Coming down to the line. This is a close one. Is he going to cross the line, or is it going to be a first win of the season for Michael Koch? He's been third.
He's going to have about 10 seconds, though. He can't risk it with Eggert 7 seconds down.
Lift off. Oh, this is close. I don't know what the call's going to be. I think he's got the percentage. He's going to do a last lap. My goodness.
Down to 3%. Prefect down to 2, so he's in trouble. He's going to hope that the race ends soon.
He's crossed the line with 9 seconds to go. We are going to have to do another lap. And energy becomes so crucial. The timer's ticked down. It's the last lap to call in Zurich. And who's going to take the last spin of the Toblerone to go into the last race of the season as the champion-elect? This is a close one. Norbert Precker, as it stands, will drop down to about 3rd in the championship. Michael Koch will take the lead of the title with quick mental calculation, a 12-point advantage. That's a big one, Ed, for Marrakesh. A track tricky to overtake at.
Everyone lifting. Prefect's run out.
Oh,
He's
no!
not going to finish the race then.
Homewood finishes 7th. Homewood will get up then, as we're coming in now as well.
There's Caution, final corner. What a
Son of
brilliant
Ed
drive it's been.
Unbelievable!
On 1%.
Oh, it's getting closer for Michi, but the driver has done it all. He's taken the Swiss chocolate, and he has melted away the competition. Michael Koch wins the Zurich E-Prix, and Pascal Eggert lifts across the line with 1% left to take second place.
Sonneveld in trouble, 0.8. Oh, I think Eggert just made it there.
Just at the line. Sonneveld won't complete it. He's taken the flag. He finished behind Michael Koch. He's already taken the flag.
Oh, Schumann just made it too.
So,
Verhoeven's
crossing the line. He's done it as well. Conan will easily make it to the line, as will Homewood and the rest of the field. Shaz Bollocks has lost out. He's out of points. He's out of it. Oh, he hasn't crossed the line. Yes, has he? Where is he?
He has, yes.
He's crossed the line. Yeah. So he's crossed the line in time. So everybody, by my calculation, has now taken the checkered flag. As Homewood will be the last. That's Prefect down in the wall. Homewood will be the last one.
Prefect then. That's the last thing that's happened. I think Valid was too far behind to catch Says Bollocks.
And look at how much Homewood is backing off. Well, he took the lead, and he had a horrible look once again, but Nick Homewood comes back to get a lot of impressive points and finishes P7. I think a round of applause is worth it as he crosses the line.
Well, I think that's for everyone who finished, really.
Absolutely, that was a tricky one.
Even running out of energy, Prefect still takes 8th place, which is impressive.
Oh, yes. Because of the penalties.
And Valid were too far behind. So Valid did well to save energy, but too many incidents there really consigned him to a top 10 finish.
What a
race. Can we look at the
race.
final results then, Josh?
Absolutely. Of this amazing race here in Zurich. We still can't, because actually there's one car still circulating out on the track, actually. Which
I think they've all finished. Prefect's DNF'd.
Yeah, and it's Valid. He's still out there. Has he not taken the flag yet? Surely he has.
He's retired. He's gone back to the pit lane.
Right, okay, good. Yeah. He's that's Prefect. Is Valid still out there? P10. He's coming around the hairpin, according to my monitor. Yeah, there he is.
Still going into the pits. He's finished though. He's crossed the finish line.
Yeah,
right.
That's weird. Crossed the line again. I think he must have just left. That's a strange one. Now he's crossed the line and completed it. Right, here's the results from the Swiss E-Prix here in Zurich. The 4th round of a 5th round championship in the EERC Formula E. It's Michael Koch who takes his first win of the year, and with it takes the lead in the Drivers' Championship going into Marrakesh. Pascal Eggert finishes second after a close race between the two teammates. He now moves up into second in the championship, but has 11 points back. Sonneveld finishes in 3rd place as well. He tactfully ducked behind Michael Koch at the last corner, so he didn't have to complete the last lap. He was very much out of energy. Peter Gomez finishes in P4, Verhoeven P5, Cohen goes P6, Nick Homewood, Dave Troubles goes P7, Prefect DNF'd but still finishes in 8th, Chaz Bollocks is in P9, and with Valid finishing in P10, as you see, he is just now returned to the pit lane. That is our point scoring positions. Spam is out of the race in P11, along with Owen AK, an early retire. Kevin Viches is in 13th. I want to get your name right, but as soon as you say it, with Joins. There you go, Callum Joins in P14. I knew I'd get it right for the ending. Michael Steffel.
Join us.
Yes, it's a tricky one, but thank you for correcting us there on the Discord. That's what it's for, isn't it? Michael Steffel is P15, Alex Chong 16th, and Gashi out of the race in the first corner, of course, Ed.
Yeah, indeed. It was a very short race for Gashi. And,
very short.
Little incidents there, but wow, very dramatic. Just having to catch my breath there, but certainly enjoyable. And now, with the screen going to black, I think that's our lot, really, isn't it, Josh? So
it absolutely is. Yeah.
Championship. It's really now between Koch and Eggert, isn't it?
It's between them two.
On
yeah.
On the evidence of today, you have to say Michael Koch goes to Marrakesh as the favourite to take this little championship.
Well done to
I say
Lahoven as
little,
well.
It's quite big.
Yeah, Lahoven gets his first points of the year. So well done for Lahoven there to get out
Yeah,
from
hard
being
earned, aren't they?
P21.
'Cause
Yes, absolutely.
It's like me working away at the post office, having to watch the race on my phone, and
Well,
now I can
don't, yeah,
commentate on it. So yeah, I
don't,
can empathise with Joe Blahoven there.
don't worry, Ed. Jay's back and he's deneuralized you, ready to come back. Because, of course, if we all know, everyone who works in the post office secretly an alien, according to Men in Black 2. So it's okay. You're
Yeah,
back.
Men in Black 2, the clearly highly acclaimed sequel that has aged
Yes.
very well.
I prefer Men in Black 3 anyway. Anyway, we must wrap up. I'm going to have to push you, Ed. Who's going to be champion in Marrakesh?
I thought you were going to push me off a cliff there.
I need you before
I
the
think
race.
Michael Koch.
I'll
is
think
going
the
to
same.
hold
Yeah.
on.
I'll
But I
think the
don't think
same.
Eggett's going to give up without a fight. Valencia, not Valencia, Marrakesh, sorry. Another circuit with really long straights and with energy savings absolutely crucial. And I think that's where Michael Koch excels. We saw it in Mexico. We saw it here. Could we see it again? Who knows?
Absolutely. It is going to be a title decider you do not want to miss. The 19th of January, that is the last round of the championship in Marrakesh. Do join us because it is the title decider. Just a few points between them on a track that is tricky to overtake, but as Ed says, a lot of long straights, and we've seen drama there before. From us all here, welcome to 2022. We've got a lot to look forward to. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the EERC Touring Car Championship. Ed's back on the lead comms. I'll be there for race 1. And then race 2, I think it's all up to you, Ed, unless we get one of our team in. But are you looking forward to that one, the touring car season starting?
Oh, so definitely. And you and me are co-team owners, technically.
Absolutely.
So
I can't
we even
wait.
got a livery ready and everything. It's bright green.
You've been
All the commentators
fantastic with
might
that.
it.
Yeah,
So
you've been
we'll
fantastic
be
with
able
that
to
one.
spot them clearly. And the two drivers, Eric Kamedi and Alessandro Valente, have been. I talked to Eric just tonight, reminding him that the race was tomorrow, and he said, "Oh, it's good you told me because I forgot it was on. I wasn't going to show up if you didn't tell me." Essentially, but I thought, it's all right. This is just for fun, really. So we'll have to see how far our cars get in the race.
I'm sure we'll do
it. Should be
yeah.
interesting. I think we have better chance at reverse grid than winning the normal one.
Fingers crossed for a win on debut. That's going to be a big, big hope. Okay, from ERC Formula E Season 4, Round 4 here on the Zurich Lakeside as well. For the Swiss E-Prix, it's time to say goodnight. Your winner for the first time this year is Michael Koch. He's been 4th, he's been 3rd, he's been 2nd, but finally, it's the top spot and the championship lead. My thanks to Edward Hunter, my thanks to all of you at home, and from us all here, it's good night to you all.
Good night.